Welcome to my honest opinion. Welcome back to another episode of My Honest Opinion. You're listening to the voice of the comedian Semi-Cedar. Now, when you're trying to make something of yourself on the internet, it's just my advice, because you want to leave your job, and you want to make a regular income off the internet.
Yes?
Fine, nothing wrong with it. You might even want to take it one step further than that and become an internet sensation. Also fine, nothing wrong with it. The first one gets you a steady income, regular payments into the bank, la-di-da-di-da. The second one, who knows, buys you a house, buys your mum a house, takes you out the ghetto or whatever, gets you a business. Do you know what I mean?
Bye, Mum.
Yeah? Multiple businesses, all fine, all lovely. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's not fine and lovely without a plan, without a blueprint.
Let's go.
Do you know what I mean? On how you're going to achieve this, without an idea on how you're going to achieve this, without a light bulb, ting, how you're going to achieve this. Very important. It starts with thoughts, feelings, Then you manifest these thoughts and feelings into a business, into visuals. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so all perfect, man, if you're doing it like that.
Yes.
But if you think you're just going to run on this internet and say, look at me, with no plan, no light bulb, no idea, no blueprint,
Medea.
I'm sorry, it's not going to work.
No.
All you're going to do is get lost. Just think of it as one big forest, yeah? And we all know forests, okay? When the forest is really big, like multiple sizes, you can get lost in that bitch, okay? You can. And this is what happens to people that think they're just gonna make it on the internet tomorrow with no blueprint, with no plan, with no rules, with no structure, with no nothing. Just look at me.
Medea.
They tend to get lost. Why? Because they didn't make any footprints in the sand, footprints in the dirt, footprints in the mud. We're talking about a forest here, so it's going to be mud, lots of mud. Footprints, yeah? Wear a woolly jumper, yeah? Pull some of that fucking wool out of your jumper and tie it to a tree.
Oh.
And walk, okay? Walk. Walk to where you want to go to, yeah? Don't get me wrong, by the time you get to the promised land, you ain't going to have no jumper left.
No.
But at least when you look behind you, you're going to see string, okay? So you can find your ass back where you came from. That's all I'm saying, man. It's about knowing yourself, man. Not just on the internet, in life in general. Life in general is about knowing yourself. The people that know themselves, they're the people that always make it.
Yes?
It's very important to know yourself and know your limitations, know your boundaries. What can I get away with? What can I not get away with? Very important, especially if you're going to chuck it all in and roll the dice and try and make it on this internet. You know what I mean? Putting all your eggs in one basket. Like I said, nothing wrong with it, man. There's enough food for everyone. But I just think,
What do you think?
gotta have an idea of what you really want to do or what you're doing on the internet. Purpose, man. Meaning to what you're doing on the internet. Do you know what I'm saying? Or otherwise, you end up like somebody like Kidavelly, It got dark for him a day or two ago. Do you know what I mean? Now, for those of you that don't know who Kidavelly is, he's an internet personality. I think he done a bit of drill rapping at one stage, hence the name Kidavelly. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's his artist name. And I know that he's a little bit of an internet sensation. Before he went to prison at one stage, he was doing this internet stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? He was on the internet, building his name, went to prison. He done his bird, he's come out. He's back on the internet now. Do you know what I mean? And people kind of know of him from back in the day, from what I'm hearing. And he's making moves on the internet. Do you know what I mean? He's building his name on the internet. Everything was fine. Do you know what I mean? With what he was doing, kind of thing. Yeah, he's talking a little bit, out of text. Do you know what I mean? But me personally, I think he might have mental health issues and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is something that we don't like to talk about in the black community. But that's a whole nother book. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, me personally,
Yes?
I think he might have a few mental health issues and whatnot. Just from some of the ways I've heard him talk, but he's been on RTM, Young Spray's podcast. He's been on different podcasts and making his name and whatever, beating around on the internet and whatnot. So people know him. People know him. The other day he was on a show, right? And he took it one step too far. Do you know what I mean? He spoke about somebody, just random out of the blue, this other artist, do you know what I mean, called Ambush. And he's basically just speaking down on the man, do you know what I mean? Speaking down on his name and calling him a waste man and all kind of different things, saying his music's crap, he ain't on nothing, they had beef, he'll fuck him up and all these different stuffs, okay?
Oh.
He done about a 20-minute monologue.
What?
On Ambush and how much of a waste man Ambush is. Yeah? And for me, it's just all for attention. Do you know what I mean? It's all for attention. And I say that I feel like he's got like mental health issues and he's a little bit immature and stuff like that. Because for a start, you're 30. Do you know what I mean? I think he's 30, 31. And your name's Kidavelly. Do you know what I mean? So in your mind, like, you're still a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like the way how you are, the way how he thinks, the way how he operates. It's still like a teenager.
Yes?
Do you know what I mean? How can you be 30 and calling yourself Kidavelly? Do you know what I mean? So like, you're stuck in your second childhood. Nas, the rapper Nas, had a song where he's talking about people being stuck in their second childhood, like 30-year-olds still acting like they're 15. Do you know what I mean? So it's that kind of flex. Do you know what I mean with this guy? It's Kidavelly, but he's 30. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of flex. So anyway, he's on the program, on the internet, on the show, talking whole heap of things about the youth. So cut a long story short, the youth must have seen him in our real life. You know what I mean? Caught up with him and bust his face with something. You know what I mean? And run him down on the street. Must have run him into one pub or whatever now. And had him in the pub, like, and video recording it. Do you know what I mean? To show everybody on the net that he was chatting grease about me the other day, but look at him now, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So he's got him in the pub, and I felt sorry for Kidavelly, car. He had all blood coming down his face, running down his face, and his face was bust, and he had a fucking big lump on his head and thing. And I'm thinking, raw, man. You see, look at this, all from talking grease about man on the net. You know what I mean? Forgetting that you're going to have to come out into the roads.
Yes?
And when you step out on the roads, who knows? You might see the blood. You don't know. It's a small world. London is small, man. You know what I mean? There's every chance that you're going to buck up into him. So you got to be ready for the beef. You know what I mean? Yeah?
What's this?
When you saw him, he done what he had to do to you, allegedly or whatever, and he had you running, fam. Right? Not standing on 10 toes on what you said. Yeah, when you're saying these things about man and rare tear, right? You have to be willing to stand on 10 toes. Yeah, all the toenails as well. You understand me? Your chest stuck out. Yeah, when you see man like what I said that and what, you understand me? And you're ready to defend your talk.
Yes.
You get me? You said all of this talk about him, and then when you saw him, that happened to you. So it's a madness. Do you know what I mean? And for me, someone put the drop on him. You get what I'm saying? Someone saw him loitering in the ends and must have phoned you probably and told you, listen, guess what I've just seen? Who? Kidavelly. What? Yeah, listen, come. I'm coming. One of them ones. You know what I mean? I don't think it was a thing where he just randomly saw me. Could have been, but I think it was more a thing where someone seen him and put the drop on him. Right? Because you're slipping in man's ends.
Oh my God!
Yeah? No whip, no nothing. Not even a hoodie. To just, you know what I mean? You just bait, slipping in man's ends. After he said a bag of grease about it, man, you have to be careful, bro. You told him, man, you can't come back to my ends. Where? That's what you've said to him.
Yes?
But then you're in his ends. So what do you think he's going to do when he sees you in his ends after you've told him he can't come to your ends? He can't come to your ends. He's mad. It's mad. When you're saying certain things, man, you have to remember what you said. Remember what you're saying, man. Because I think he went way overboard, to be honest, when I was watching the thing. And he was talking his grease about it. He could have just said one or two things and then left it there. He done like a 20-minute monologue on you. You know what I mean? I think there was all times when he was talking where his thoughts was telling him, listen, stop now, man. And he kept going, bruv. Kept going. So, yeah, man. I feel sorry for him for what happened to him, but I understand why it happened to him. You understand me? And trust me, let this be a lesson, man, to people that just think they can just get on the internet and say, look at me.
I'm here.
With no blueprint or nothing, you know, and do anything for attention. Because when you're doing anything and saying anything for attention, guess what can happen? You're going to get the wrong attention. The wrong attention, man. You're going to get attention, but it's going to be the wrong attention.
Oh.
Right? And look what you've brought down on yourself now. Do you understand me? Just from not really minding your business. You know what I mean? You're all talking about Bouncer's name, getting next people involved. You don't do them things. If you and a man's got a beef, you don't get a third party man involved that ain't got nothing to do with it. You just handle your thing with the man, innit? You're calling up a next man's name.
What?
It's just slipping. It's just all slipping. Do you know what I mean? And man are saying they're from the road, but you don't know the codes.
No.
You understand me? You don't know the codes. If you knew the codes, you wouldn't be slipping in a man's area where he can catch you and do them things to you after what you said about him. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying about following your footsteps, man, and keeping a track of your footsteps. Remember what you said about the man, you know, and now you're in his end slipping because you're not following your footsteps. You understand me? It's a serious thing, you know, what happened to the youth still. And I feel it for him still because I know that he's got something wrong with him mentally. You understand me? Right? And he can't control himself in certain things. He might even have ADHD and certain things like that where you're hyper all the time and you can't control it.
Yes?
You know what I mean? You get a buzz out of being hyper in certain things. You know what I mean? So we have to take time with the Kidavelly brother still because, you know what I mean? He's definitely got certain mental issues wrong with him, you know? Yeah, and I just hope that now they can just allow it, man. You know what I mean? Because they're both on the road or whatever. You know how it goes, innit? You said the thing about him and talked down on him and whatever.
Yes?
He come back and responded off of it and allegedly what he had to do, you know, and that's the roads, man. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're both from the roads, allegedly. So you should both now goes and leave it at that now.
Yes?
Do you know what I'm saying? Call it a day. Don't let the thing escalate anymore, man. You get what I'm saying? Because it don't look good. It's two black brothers. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to see that for us. You know what I mean? And then people look outside of our race and look at it and we're not looking great. Do you know what I mean? When all man really want to do is make a success of themselves. Yeah, and make some ching off of the net or whatever. Don't let it, you know, escalate more than what man really set out to do. You get me? Because I'm sure man didn't set out that day to walk down the road and get your head bust. I'm sure my man didn't set out to have to react off of action. Because every action has a reaction. Your action was to chat about him. His action was to allegedly bust a boy's face. So, bro, it is what it is now. I'd say leave it there. If I was you, man, or whatever, and just get on with it. What he was doing. You understand me? And let lessons be learned. And that's it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah? But anyway, people, them, love each and every time. Yeah? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like, share, and comment. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, sorry to see what happened to the Kidavelly still. It's a dread thing what happened to him. But at the same time,
Yes?
it's reality, innit? When you come off the net and you unplug out of the matrix, you have to deal with the streets. The streets is where the reality is at. The streets is where it's at. You know what I mean? It's the harsh realities of the streets. You know? It's one of them ones. Anyways, the comedian Semi-Cedar. Nothing but love, people. Everything I said, I meant it. Remember, people, the streets is an ugly place. Out.